Hello, and thank you for stopping by the garage. Today I have something new. Got a brand new airbrush in. Probably not the first one to open this up and talk about it, because it's been out probably, I don't know, about a year or something. But this is the Gaahleri Swallowtail, and it's the Barbatos Rex edition. If you've ever seen his channel, he tests all kinds of stuff, mostly paint related in some way, about model building. Paint booths, brush washers, I mean, you name it, he's testing all kinds of stuff. He's pretty much the expert on model paint on YouTube, I would argue. I think most people would if you've seen his channel. So this is a collaboration between Gaahleri and him on this airbrush. And I've already used it, so this, I've cheated on the unboxing. It came sealed. Open it up, and this is the Swallowtail airbrush, and it's a trigger airbrush. This is the first time I've ever used a trigger airbrush, and I like it. I feel a bit more stable than with my other one. My other one's an Iwata. Nothing wrong with it. It's a great airbrush. It was an expensive airbrush, but this one just feels more comfortable in my hand. I noticed doing straight lines I could do a little bit better, so I'm gonna try this one for a while. So it comes with two sizes of cups. For me, this is the one I'll probably use most of the time. And it just screws in. Just screws in thusly. Alright. And the inside is nice, shiny, easy to clean. A little bit bigger than other airbrushes, I think, but not by much. It's got a nice pop-on cap in case you get crazy and don't want to spill. And then what's nice is it also comes with a second one, a little bit bigger. The small one is 1/3 of an ounce, and this one is 2/3 of an ounce. So this one would be handy when I'm doing RC car bodies and stuff like that, where this one's more than enough for any models I'm doing between cars, airplanes, and that. So that's kind of nice to have. And then it also has two sizes of needles. Installed is the 0.28 needle, and I haven't tried to take that out yet. It's been good enough for what I've been doing today, which is working on a Tamiya A10 model, painting missiles and stuff. But then it also comes with a 0.5 needle, which is kind of the standard. It's what's in my other one that I use most often. And then what I'm happy to see, especially when it comes to doing RC car bodies and stuff, we need a little bit more paint. It comes with a 0.7 needle as well. So pretty excited to get this out and running. And it comes with a nice bottle of lube for all the moving parts, and you can even put this on the needle and then wipe it off real clean, and that will help with I use acrylic, so that will help a little bit with dry tip. And then there's a nipple for the 0.5 needle, and the nozzle cap right there for 0.5. And then the same thing for 0.7. So I'll put a little paint in here and draw some lines. Not only did I buy the Swallowtail Barbatos Rex airbrush, I was on their website long enough that I decided to go ahead and pick up, they have a little storage box. Everything that fits in the box that it comes in, which is, like I said before, is a really nice box. It holds everything beautifully. It's a very heavy box. This would be a great storage box. It fits everything but the extra cup. But this is so much easier to store. So here it is. This is the Gaahleri storage box for the Swallowtail. Probably all of the airbrushes, really, but it's really nice. It's got everything you need. So the Swallowtail comes with a 0.7, a 0.5, and a 0.28 needle. And it came with these metal tags of various sizes. Now you can see them on there. anything from 0.15 to 1.05. That's a big needle. So you can mark what's in here. So it holds 2 needles, nozzles and caps. And then, so right here I've got the 0.7 in, and then the 0.5 over here, because I've got the 0.28 in the brush. And each one has its own nozzle and cap, and it's in there perfectly, so that's a nice set. And then just get it closed up. And back in the box. So that's nice. And as if that wasn't enough, I've always pretty much just complained about how loud my air compressor setup is. I just use a regular, 6-gallon air compressor from Lowe's or whatever, the big loud things. It works great, but the only problem is it's loud, and I do a lot of my stuff in the morning while everybody's sleeping. So if I forget to fill the tank at night and it's got to kick on, I have to wait until everybody wakes up. So, that being the case, I had to pick up the Gaahleri air compressor. This is the dual drive series with the tank. It's the GT-918. See right there, GT-918. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the box. A little hard with my camera set up here, but I'm going to do the best I can to see what you can see. Really, this isn't going to be about unboxing as much as a demonstration. So it comes with the instruction manual. Two hoses, which is nice, and these are the nice braided hoses. So nylon, I think. So not bad. And of course, the compressor. So nicely bagged up. Alright. There it is there. And it does have a tank. And it's set up for 2 airbrushes. So if you have 2 that you want to use, there's 2 outlets on here. One there, one there. It's got a cap on the second one. So if you're like me, you probably might have one hooked up at any given time. It's capped off, so you don't have to worry about it. The variable lock, pull, unlock, adjust. That's really nice. And it's got soft feet. It shakes the bench, but it's got nice soft feet to kind of absorb. And then let's do the sound test. What's it sound like? Oh, that's really quiet. I don't know if it sounds quiet on there, but you can barely hear it running. It's a beautiful thing. It also came with airbrush holders, which is nice. But I'm gonna go get this assembled and give it a test run. Alright, it's got a nice instruction book. Looks like kind of what we've got going on here. Just your basic assembly instructions. Hook up your hose here. Water filter goes on the bottom of your airbrush if you want, which I probably will do, because this doesn't have one otherwise. Adjust your pressures here, as mentioned before. Oh, on the bottom, it's got a drain if needed. If you need to drain the tank for safety reasons, whatnot. And okay. Ooh, that's a really extreme close-up. But before I put on the hose, I'm going to wrap it with a little bit of Teflon tape. Without covering the outlet, ideally. There you kind of see a little bit of Teflon tape there. Will help seal the hose on. I'm going to use just one of these that came with it. And put it on there. It should just threads on hand tight. Uncoil it. Alright. Okay. And of course, while I was on there, I had to get the quick connect adapters on there. Okay, that's the female end, and there's the male end. So I got those on there. The airbrush came with one, the male end. So on the end of the hose does not come with one. It's just a screw-on. So I'll have to put one on here. Well, I'm going to get some paints and test it out and see how it goes. Okay. In true Barbatos Rex style, say welcome to the bench. That's what he says. But I'm going to test it by painting spoons. He tests all the paints and stuff. If you ever seen his channel, very informative. He has all kinds of great tips and tools, and mostly tests paint and paint products, but he also does modeling tools and stuff. And I've learned a lot from his channel, so I was really excited to get this brush, because if he's recommending this stuff, it's probably pretty good, which he does. I mean, he put his name on it. So, alright. So what I'm going to do, I've got 3 spoons. I'm going to prime them with the airbrush. We'll see how that goes. And then I'm going to test 2 colors. I've got Tamiya X7 Red, and then I'm going with Vallejo. This is a game color turquoise. So 2 different types of paints. They'll be thinned differently. And my thinner I use is X20 A for acrylic, because these are acrylics. And then the primer I'm going to use is the Vallejo Gray. I like this stuff. And it comes in a big bottle, so you can just spray everything. Coming soon, I've got to spray this guy. But that's another video. So first, let's get some primer. Alright, so we got primer in the brush. Get that mixed up. Let's see here. I use a brush to mix it. I can do the backfill thing, but this is more complete. Plus I can see if it's good, which it is. Wash my brush off. Okay. So, alright, we're getting a nice mist. So let's see what it looks like on the spoon. So this is a very smooth and clear. So we'll see how. Oh, nice, great spray. Again, I'm using the 0.28. There you can hear it kicked on. So, got that one done. And if you're curious about the dual stage, it is a dual stage airbrush, just like your typical Iwata pen style, where you just press air and then pull back to open paint. This one, it's got to stop. You can feel it. There's one, and then you pull back to release paint. Works great. I'll let those dry and then come back and add some color. Okay, primer's dry. Laid down a nice, real smooth, nice smooth coat. Looks nice. So, okay. So I think I'm going to do the Tamiya Red first. I've already mixed this up, and it's ready to go. And then again, I'll do not needing too much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is about 0.5 milliliters. And then the same drops of that. And then, like I say, it's still 1-to-1, even with the Tamiya red. It's a good mix. And then this, since I used a dropper, draw it out, push it back in, and it's red. Alright, give it a little touch spray. There we go. And you can really get some nice lines with this brush, or you can get real thin. So, very happy with it. So do a coat of red. That's laying down nice. Let it dry for a second and do a second coat. Another coat of it. It's going to be a nice wet coat. Lays down nice and smooth, like it. Alright, the next color I've got is the Vallejo Game Color Turquoise. That's the color I'm using for that. For this next spoon, it's a nice bright color. So we'll see how that goes. Mixed it up the same. I've got 1-to-1 paint to thinner. And then this time I put a little flow improver in. Just kind of, this is a thicker paint, so I want to make sure it flows. I mean, we can get lines really fine to really big. So it's good stuff. Alright, let's go with the turquoise. And nice even spread, atomizes the paint beautifully. And it's coming out just like blue air. Let that dry. And then I'm experimenting with the third spoon to see if I can feather the colors in real nice, which sometimes you need to do. Nice. Nice control of the flow. Look at that. Just a beautiful, beautiful airbrush. Okay. The spoons are all covered. Here's the first one. This is the Tamiya X7 Red. There it goes. Alright. Tamiya X7 Red there on the spoon. Came out pretty nice. Nice even coat. As you would expect, it atomized the paint well. Cool thing about using a spoon is you can see the underside. But see how it goes on. So nice and smooth. I think I could buff that to make it really nice and shiny because it's, you know, Tamiya gloss. And then this is the Vallejo Game Color. There we go. This is the Vallejo Game Color Turquoise. Also came out very nice. Very impressed with how it laid down, nice and smooth, no problems. Already dry. That's why I like acrylics, is they dry quick. I know others prefer enamels and whatnot, but I don't like the toxicity. I enjoy the water. So there's the turquoise, and then here's the spoon I did with the two-tone to show how much control you had to nice blend these colors in. I had a nice soft line. There's not like a wide overspray either way. So it did real nice. Those colors look really good together. Kind of looks like a popsicle. One of those red, white, and blue popsicles you got when you were a kid. Came out nice. So overall, I'm very happy with the way this lays down paint. There's only a couple cons. I don't know if you can see the difference in the cups. This is my Iwata Eclipse HPCS. Used this for years. It's a great one. But the needle and everything is just right there. Because this is an interchangeable, the cup has a deeper hole for the paint to go down. So that hole actually holds a lot of paint before it even gets into the cup. Where this one, it's right there at the bottom of the cup. I wouldn't say it's a con, but it's harder to clean this one because you gotta get you gotta spend a lot more time with water getting that rinsed out, more so than this one. This one just kind of wipes right out. This one you've really got to blast out. But if you get a water bottle, something like this, it squirts right in there, no problem. And then other thing is this right here has to be super tight. It can't be even the slightest bit loose, otherwise you'll get, I don't know if you can, I can't really hear it, but you'll get like this intermittent spray. So it'll spray, stop, spray, stop, spray, stop as the paint's coming out. If it's doing that, you just got to make sure this is really as tight, hand tight as you can get it. I wouldn't use tools or anything, that would be crazy. But otherwise, this is a great brush. I was not sure if I'd like the trigger because I've always had the pen style, but I'm enjoying the trigger. It feels good in my hand. I feel like I got more control a little bit, more so than this one. There are times when I felt a little more clumsy with this. This one just feels solid in my hand. Really like it. I'm not sure I'm enjoying this extra bit here. It's hitting my bench, so I don't know if I'm going to leave that on there or not. I'll see. I might end up putting a water trap on some other way, because that one's kind of big and it's in my way, it feels like, because he's just got this lot right here. So I may take that off. Alright. As far as the air compressor goes, I definitely recommend. It's nice and quiet. As you've heard while I've been painting through this video, it wasn't so loud that I couldn't just continue talking and doing whatever while making the video. The 1 liter tank is a little small. It comes on and off a lot, but again, it's super quiet, so I'm not too worried about that. It's so far and beyond quieter than a normal standard, air compressor that you use for air-powered tools at home, which is what I've got before this. So, the way I have to put this, I've got it under my bench. I can't really use these in so much, maybe, because, this hits. I guess I could turn it off this side and it works just fine. So I can do something like that. I'm not really in there. So I can turn them off to the side like that. And then I can still use them so it can face the way it needs to underneath my bench. It's still use and store, so that actually works. I was overly skeptical on that. Air compressor, buy. Gaahleri Swallowtail Barbatos Rex Edition, buy. I'm very happy with them. Thanks for stopping by the garage. I hope you enjoyed my Barbatos Rex style review of his airbrush and everything. Like I say, it lays down paint nice. That's a beautiful color. I need to paint something that color sometime. And that two-tone was just perfect. So, well, thank you for stopping by the garage, and take care.